Welcome back to State of the Multiverse. This is a series of videos where we talk about what's going on in the world of multi-tools. We're going to cover a bunch of new products that have come out, some really awesome key sales that are worth noting, and just the state of things in general. Let's go ahead and get started. Now we're going to start with something new. The Zen from Designs. This is currently on Indiegogo. It is the third company to jump in with a modular tool platform behind Goat Tool and Roxon. The question is, do we need one? Maybe. We might need more options out there, especially if it's going to be like what Designs has come up with, which is something targeting a far more premium price point with better materials. So we have 440C in the blade, titanium handles, and what also appears to be the same steel in all of the other implements, something that even Leatherman and Gerber haven't done yet. So I am very interested to see what happens with this. Right now, there are not many components available, and we don't yet have it in hand. So something to look forward to in the near future when it comes out. Now, speaking of modular platforms, Roxon is not going to be left behind here because they have come out with their own version of a pocket knife platform for their modular tools. And this is currently on pre-order for release on November 30th. You can get it right now for the next 5 days for 15% discount on a fully loaded variant. So it has a total of 7 installed components along with a locking bit driver that's built into the frame. And I have a whole video on this that I posted earlier in the week if you want to know more info. There will also be a lot more components released on November 30th as well, including a T-shank holder. And speaking of that, it will fit in the Roxon Flex Companion, and all the components are universal between the two, which is great. But what's weird is the timing of everything. Leatherman has decided to have a yearly sale for their new insider program. Credit where credit is due here. Leatherman may have reestablished themselves on top with this very simple and very important change to their scheduling. By having a yearly sale that people can count on, where you can get between 15% and 25% discount on pretty much the entire website, they have created a situation where rather than making purchases, people will decide to save their money and wait for that October sale. Well done, Leatherman, really. And this is important because they just released a very expensive variation of the Leatherman Arc. This is the Obsidian, and I just had my video released for this earlier today, and I talk a little bit more about it, but you'll be able to get this as well for between 15 and 25% off. Also, if you're looking for a replacement for your tool and you've been worried about the fact that Leatherman's increased its prices over the last couple of years, scheduling it so that you buy your tools during these sales makes a lot of sense. Having an additional 15-year warranty on the Insider program, now 40-year warranty, along with these potential discounts, I think they've done a pretty smart thing here because Leatherman's they last a long time. So it's not like you're going to need to do this often, but if you plan it right, you can actually get a reasonable price for any of the tools you're interested in. And if you're just doing it once a year or every other year or every 4 years, then you just wait for October to get in on it. So it also tells me that Leatherman should start scheduling their announcements for new tools a little bit before and make sure they have it released for their October sale. In my opinion, that would be a smart thing to do. By August 1st, you've announced the tool, then it's available, then the sale comes up. And that way, everyone knows to save their money if there's new things coming out from Leatherman, right? That makes sense. So they're not doing that, but they should do that, especially now that they have set that schedule. Other than that, what else is there to talk about? I'm sure there's things I'm missing, but I didn't want to make this a very long video. I'd rather allow you guys to kind of digest it and be able to check out all of these opportunities. There's also Oh yeah, I did forget one very important thing. Leatherman has spent the last year especially releasing a lot of color variations of their tools. Mostly that's not for me, and it's not for most of you. And I'm sure you guys would rather have new tools that do different things, or a Leatherman Crunch coming back or something along those lines. But after sampling and talking to a lot of people in my immediate vicinity, I realized that a lot of these tools are definitely targeting women, and they're doing so effectively, especially with the new introduction of the Leatherman Bond colors and the matching sheaths that they come with. I'm not sure I'll ever own or carry a heathered cranberry multi-tool, but the fact that they were able to be so appealing to a lot of different people, I mean, I gotta commend them. Nice job on your marketing. They still need to work on picking the right tool set, the right tool with that color variation, but they're onto something with this, and I'm kind of interested to see where they take it. Hopefully they will apply the same philosophy to the Leatherman Curl, which will probably be the best option from a tool set perspective. Now, speaking of that, if you're planning on buying a Leatherman for someone for their very first Leatherman, and you want to take advantage of this sale, that would be the one I would recommend. The Leatherman Curl is a lot lighter than the Leatherman Wave. It comes with a pocket clip included. It's cheaper, and it's a soft landing into the system without going to the very inexpensive, not very high quality Leathermans like the Sidekick, Wingman, and Rev, which I definitely do not recommend. So whether you're going with a Bond color, because those ones are on sale, or the Leatherman Curl, I think those are going to be good choices for an entry-level tool. As always, thank you guys so much for your time, and we'll talk again soon.